Hello everyone and welcome to the bronze match of the ALttPR Challenge Cup. We have knucks versus darkened5ky in a battle to determine who's going to finish in third place. I am VX, joined by knucks. How are you doing?
Not too bad tonight. How are you doing, VX?
Pretty good. So we have fad keys today.
Yep. Good old foe, all dungeons, key sanity. So everything's been, all of our dungeon items have been shuffled. They can appear anywhere in the world except for 3. The Agate Tower keys are not shuffled. They are still sitting in Agate Tower, and the Ganon's Tower big key is sitting somewhere in Ganon's Tower. So,
but all their small keys and big keys are fair game.
Yep. Now, obviously, we don't know what our dungeon prizes will be. We're going to have to find maps in order to determine that. Or we'll just beat the dungeons anyway, because, you know, we have to do all of them anyway.
Yep.
So, we probably won't be seeing a lot of map checks or any of that sort, other than maybe talking to Sasha or the bomb shop guy to see what our red crystals are or what our green pendant is. But,
yeah. Those are the ones that's still a good idea to find out.
Yeah. As we're getting started here, I believe darkened5ky's MSG today is Twilight Princess. So we can kind of enjoy that.
It's a pretty good one. They're both starting in links. Or no, sorry.
Oh, no.
They're splitting up. Nice bombs.
Yeah, that's nice to have. You can get down into CAC. Have enough for the well, blindside, and chicken nut.
Yeah, it's harder to find bombs sometimes because of all the other stuff that's getting shuffled into the item pool.
Yeah. Let's see what our tier 1 tree pull is. It's small magic, which is, you know, not too bad.
Yeah, at least gets a little bit of magic for later.
Nux is heading up to go check the lumberjack drop immediately. This isn't really too much of a bad call in this mode, because you're going to have to beat Ag anyway, so sometimes it's nice to see what's on the table for doing that immediately.
Yeah, or if you can just try to put it off. Of course, you might not always be able to put it off. Yeah. 10 bombs.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the bomb pack that we get from Uncle. So, not needed in the slightest. Nux is trying to orchestrate a tier 2 pull, it looks like. Farming some of the buzzy blobs.
Yeah, trying to see what prize packs we have.
Yeah. Looks like the crows are in the rupee prize pack, and hey, there's our first glove. Another runner's going to be missing that today. Means that we can do the back of sink.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, next picking up the 20 rupees there. Might as well. You don't have much money.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still way short of our bottle vendor money. Still only on a tier 1, it looked like. I didn't see him pull it again, so I don't think he got any further. But darkened5ky is kind of making up some good time here. He's got the glove now, and he's only a couple screens behind.
Alright, see what we get out of Blind's Hut. Okay, here's a little more money.
Yeah, well...
Eastern Compass. Our first small key to GT. Good to have some of those before you actually get to GT.
Yeah. Alright, so next we'll have bottle vendor money coming out of the well. There's another 20 or so rubies you can grab in there under pots, not even counting if he finds anything in the actual chests. So will have bottle vendor money, but won't have. May opt to go after paying off the bottle vendor to go below open the bomb hut, the bombable hut in the southwest corner, and try to pick up some extra rupees, some bombs from there. Our first map today, which is for Eastern Palace.
Nice mirror.
Yeah.
And the Eastern Big Key.
All right. So now we're going to discover that our only bows available to us is in Eastern Palace, and we are going to feed it as hard as possible. No.
Swamp smells really nice.
Yeah.
Some of those small keys you don't really want to have to go hunting for.
No, that one can get places, especially Swamp Pendant in this mode. Second GT Small. Okay. That's kind of like the sweet spot for number of keys you want.
Yeah.
You want 3 if you're getting forced to do right side to our Ice Armos, but we shouldn't be seeing that in this mode more than likely. So really just 2 is enough to kind of just be able to full clear the basement and the upstairs. Sky fails the chicken clip into the wall.
That's got a chest turn.
Yeah.
Around most chest turns.
Yeah, just some bombs on the library, so nothing to worry about boots today for that check. And next, doing what I like to do in a mode like this is just blind check race game. There's a lot more value in the pool because dungeon items are shuffled, so this is almost always worth blind checking because of none.
Yeah, you're gonna get a small key here.
Yeah. Small key to TR. Nice. We need at least 2 more of those. So your first one's a very good pull. And here comes the back of escape checks. Now, realistically, like after this, our runners really just have like Eastern area and South Shore and Logic. So it'll kind of be interesting to see what's in the back of escape. If there's a weapon or something to make it a little easier to deal with the mini Moldorms. Knucks only has 1 bomb. So he can open it, but he can't even kill them.
Oh, a flute.
You know, sometimes you wish you had that before you went to CAC the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, right now, both of our runners are kind of in a really awkward position. They don't have money to go buy more bombs. They only have one. They will only have 1 bomb heading back for CAC, and they don't have anything to kill mini Moldars with.
Yeah. Maybe maybe you blow up the bomb hut and then start farming bombs there, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe head to the east. Maybe take that 1 bomb and head to the eastern area.
Yeah, but then you have to blow up Saha's hut. And...
Yeah.
I mean, you'd feel a little bit better about it if you didn't have to do... and now, darkened5ky here is being smart about this.
Okay, hula-hanning, yeah.
He's going to hula-han and get himself an extra 200 rupees out of this. Yeah. Because this is a seed where you'd like to...
The rare walk into Link's house and get the item.
Yeah.
Fluting. Alright, Nux is gonna flute to 6.
Again, with only 1 bomb, this isn't good.
He's gonna use it on a Gina, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, right now he's just in a very awkward position where literally he has like 5 checks right now that he could do. 5 caves, and they all require bombs. And he only has a single bomb and no way to get more. I mean, if all else fails, you could try farming the 50-50 rocks underneath Link's house.
Okay, a fire rod's
That's
nice.
Nice. It gets us Dark Cross. It doesn't really do too much for us
I can
else.
find a much better way to kill many Moldorms. As long as you don't miss.
Yeah, you can kill many Moldorms if you could get into the cave. Yeah, here we go. He's gonna have to farm 50-50 bombs, rocks here, or else he has to go to the rocks under the grove. He is living very dangerously with his bomb supply right now.
I didn't go buy bombs.
Why did he flew to the dam instead? Yeah, Sky didn't buy bombs either, but... Oh, there's our keep. So we are a sword and a lamp from being able to clear agate today. Yeah, I am surprised Sky didn't buy bombs, but getting the money isn't really a bad thing either.
And that's just a piece of heart there.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Next is gonna have 6 fire rod shots.
That probably will be enough, but...
Yeah,
Ooh,
didn't quite get a double.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, well, hey, it dropped a bomb. That's nice.
yeah, there we go. The boulder was in the bomb pool, which is nice.
A little bit of money, as well as the Turtle Rock Big Key, another one that we need. Hey, there's some bombs. And the hammer.
Alright, so now we actually have somewhat bad but repeatable offense that doesn't cost us ammo. Realistically, that actually gets us Paradox Cave right now. Because we can get up the mountain.
Yes, we can.
We
Flute,
can mirror.
hammer, yeah.
And we can get in Chikara and then walk ourselves over the bridge. So...
There's not much we can do in here right now.
No, we can check the first 2 checks and that's about it. We don't have a hook shot to sequence break around the Herod Big Key, but... Yeah. Well, there's our first Meyer Small. These are... So logically, everything on the left side of Meyer requires all 3 Meyer Small keys to have in logic. I don't know how... Sky missed that last bomb. It looked like it exploded perfectly.
Many Molarms are weird.
Yeah. Yeah. But realistically, so Sky's going to not check Ice Rock Cave for right now. Probably for the better. That's fine. 1 Meyer Small won't do you in. Oh boy, here we go. Oh no. Sky is attempting to do rescuing the old man with just bombs. Got himself.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out where exactly you are without the sword.
Yeah, though.
Trail.
Like really, the actual pattern for this isn't that bad. It's really you just kind of like hold up, move to the right a little bit, hold up again, and then you kind of hold left. And then when you start moving left, you want to start holding down left because the room slopes downwards. It slopes down and to the left. And if you keep holding left, at that point, there's a pit that'll catch you. And then if you kind of hold down left after that point, you'll kind of stabilize and you can just like hold yourself up and left and you'll go through the door and pick up the old man. Yeah, if you play like a lot of cross keys or entrance randomizer modes, getting through that dark room actually isn't too bad. It's the sand caves that are usually the trickier ones because of the pits are a little more erratic.
You know, Barna, Turtle Rock is our green pendant today.
Wonderful. We've already gotten 3 things that we need to beat it with.
Yeah, it's nice. I also got the Cane of Samaria as well and a couple of maps.
Yeah, well, no, that wasn't Cane of Samaria. That was our boomerang.
It was a red item. I was looking at both screens. Eastern's a crystal.
Eastern's a crystal. And you know what? That boomerang is going to make Sky's life a lot easier right now with navigating this dark room. It's going to have to go forward. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, see, here's down left.
Man, I accidentally closed my note sheet.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, the Cane of Burn is actually out of logic. It's in one of the last 2 chests of the castle dungeon, and those technically require having the Hyrule Castle small key for. But we don't really care about that because that key only really locks those 2 chests right now. That's our first pod spawn.
Figure those have to start showing up at some point.
Yeah, we need 6 of them to beat this seed. TR being a green pendant is really interesting. This kind of also starts to may force a really unfortunate conundrum on our runners, where if the ice ride is not found before getting to Turtle Rock, you may have to go ransack GT for it.
Yeah.
And Nux is going to go check. Well, looks like we've
crystals at Pot and Skull Woods.
Yep. So now we'll take a quick look into Tower of Hera. Nux is heading for Saha. I think both runners are probably going to try to avoid Eastern until they have a bow at this point, just because we have the Eastern big key already.
And here's your Zora money.
Yeah.
Oh, big key of Thieves Town. Alright, I think we are done here in Hera.
Yeah. Sky forgetting that he has the mirror for a second. This guy's going to quickly peek out the floating island, and it's a big key. And actually, Nux is heading for Eastern Palace. Here we go. This is interesting. This is going to be some early divergence. We'll see if there's anything really worth it in here. We have 4 checks and logic in here, so it is kind of a strong dense play. But part of the why it's a strong dense play is the fact that we have the big key, and that means we can complete the dungeon if we just have a bow.
Oh, that's a game over for Sky.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be another climb up the mountain.
Yeah. Fortunately, he just died in Spiral, so he... Like, if he died in Paradox, you could ignore Spiral, but dying in Spiral, you can't ignore Paradox. It's just too many items. Let's take a look at what the map chest is. Just some bombs in Eastern Palace.
All right, and through Eastern, we get the flippers.
That is nice. Right now, the flippers only really get us 4 items. We have a glove to get to Zora, so it'd have to be Hobo, money.
Oh, there's... Now I get Nux closer to Zora.
Yeah, so the ledge item, the 2 Waterfall Fairy, and... Oh boy, that hurts. That hurts. That is the bow and Paradox Cave, which is what Nux was looking for before he would even set foot in Eastern Palace.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the flippers that Sky has, that Nux has, are not going to end up in his favor. Because Sky's going to be heading right into there after this.
And there is the Moon Pearl along with a Skullwood small key.
Yeah. We have Dark World access.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so that'll change the calculus a little, but Guy may want now to get an extra pod key or 2 before heading over there. But I don't think he'll stay away from there long. He can mirror into Eastern, and then there's a lot of value up in that area right now. Here comes Slipperchecks for...
Our first bottle. Pod small, bombs, TR small, and blue mail. I'd give that about a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, and Nux is heading for the 50 rupee cave. So I was thinking Zora all the way right now. Unfortunately, he needs to go up the mountain.
Thieves Town and Desert Palace are our red crystals today.
Alright, so that's, I believe, 5 of our crystals now. Eastern Desert Pod Skullwood Thieves. So... Nux only having a chance to save himself about... Okay, he managed to get a red rupee drop, a very lucky red rupee drop. So he has over 500 rupees from Zora now. It's unfortunately going to be short pod money. If he's... Well, no, actually there was that 300 rupees, so it'll be fine. But... he's making the Zora play.
A little more money from Hobo.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Sky didn't check Hyrule Castle and the 3 checks he had in there, but, you know, you can come by there later. It's really only going to cost Nikina Burno, which wasn't in logic, and honestly was only really going to be required for Spike Cave anyway. We have a small key on Lake Island.
That is gettable. Between the 2 of them.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
Even more money.
Yeah, so...
Nick's not too pleased with that 300.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, this is kind of his last spot to check before heading up Death Mountain. Yeah, so the flippers really weren't worth anything. At best, they're just for getting into Swamp Palace or logically getting into Ice.
And we got scammed.
Yeah. so Knucks now should know that his progression's sitting up on the mountain. Nice chest turn and nice usage of the hidden invisible pots underneath the map chest in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, it took me... Didn't realize there were pots there until I saw Pottery Lottery.
Yeah.
They're not very obvious.
No. And they're not even like in a spot where you'd ever like walk to normally.
I mean, you're curious. Oh, maybe there's something down here. Wait, something's in my way. Let me try... Oh, hey, pots that have hearts.
Yeah. darkened5ky is really nailing the chest turns, I have to say.
So yeah, just seeing the runners retracing each other's steps.
Yeah.
Knucks gonna make the dive into Hera, head east on Death Mountain. And Sky will be able to finish Eastern.
Yeah, he only has a couple fire rod shots, so he's gotta have to be careful lighting the torch if he opts to do that. If you fire like 1 or 2 fire rod shots off immediately, you should be able to hit the upper torch. But it can get a little wonky with the robos. Gets
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah, I remembered. Oh yeah, we have the fire rod. This isn't logic here.
yeah. It's the darkened5ky for Knucks. Yeah. I think, well, does he need magic? The answer is that technically magic, it will actually save him a little time after the boss killed, because the game won't have to refill his magic.
Yeah. Just quick killing. Okay, there's Arcanus
Nice. Fortunately, we don't have mids to get into TR, or a medallion or a sword to even use it to open that up, but...
Yeah, we're nowhere near being able to use that Canis Maria really right now.
Yeah, but still one more item, and honestly, like, it's nice to have it now, especially from the knucks and pod. Because you can use it to lay down the block on the torch without having to push the statue. We only have 2 bot small keys, so logically, kind of like everything in the front and on the right side is available. Everything in the back is at least 4 key locked, except for the big key chest, which is also 6 key locked in the front. So there's some good value in here, but a lot of it's still missing more pod smalls. And one of the pod smalls, I should also say, one of the pod smalls we have is lamp locked because it was off the opening area.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Knucks probably isn't very happy to find the moon pearl, not so happy to find a bow that could have been gotten before going to Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna start doing Dark World stuff. Be interested to see where he starts and how he's gonna proceed. is going to head for the southern Dark World portal first. We'll see if he continues over to Big Game, or if he opts to go up to Pod and the Pyramid. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one awkward thing about this route is trying to get this one arena chest.
Yeah, well, this one's fine. It's the one down that's the problem. There's the mitts.
Alright. Alright, we can get a Dice Palace. And Nux is opting to head towards the west. So we'll probably be seeing Stumpy and Big Game. So Meyer map.
Okay, cool.
And Stumpy's just a piece of heart. We can also get K45 here.
A wildly out of logic shovel.
Yeah, but he'll take those. Oh, okay, so Nox opted, Sky opted not to open the front door pod to make the most out of his 2 keys, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be kind of unfortunate because while Nux isn't really routing poorly, Mitts and Shovel really is going to really nice for Sky, because he hasn't done this part of the Dark World, and he can kind of just walk over and grab Smiths and do Smiths before going into Thieves Town. That's
a single arrow.
Yeah, it's just moved over 2 screens and up a floor. Yeah, Nux is going to be the first one at the Village of Outcasts proper. We can beat T-Town. We have a hammer. It'll be interesting to see if he opts to do that, or he'll try to wait for the a sword or the small key. We're almost there.
The boomerang does go through the walls, and that guy's just a great nerpy.
Yeah. We've seen everything in pod except for 3 items. Yeah. Sky's having to think about how he wants to proceed with this. Like, I can get it to Meyer and Desert.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Fair. I don't believe either runner... I don't remember what was our desert item, or ledge item.
I think it was a small key. A Quake is needed to get into Meyer. Nice mushroom in Skull Woods. Hey, a sword. And half magic. Very nice. And we get the boots in Skull Woods.
That's nice. That's a small key too.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Hera small. And our 3rd GT small shows up in Skull Woods.
Yeah. Well, time to take a quick peek into Desert Palace. This is a fairly quick, like, 6 items that Sky's taking a look at right now. There's the map. Honestly, we're pretty much we got pretty much all the maps we'll ever need for this seed at this point.
Yeah.
We're only really missing the knowledge of maybe like 3 dungeons at this point. Oh, okay, that's where that was. Sky, you... Yeah.
Yeah, and I would not steal the key in AD seed.
Yeah. So that's our Canterburna. I mean, Spike Cave's not logic.
Oh, we already had a bottle and cape, so...
Oh, yeah.
And half magic.
Yeah,
We have a big key in Checkerboard Cave.
Hell. I don't know if you want to do that or not.
No, I don't know right now. Unfortunately, Knucks is in the back of Skull's without a sword.
Yeah.
And there's a Bombos medallion that he right now cannot use.
Yes, the Bombos medallion that is locked by our fire rod because you have to burn down the giant insect head in order to use it.
Something rule of fire.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't know, man.
Of course, that's really just a superstition.
I don't know. I mean, I may have seen a seed sometime within the past 24 hours where you had to go use a lamp to light the torches in GT to get your fire rod to go get your Bombos medallion.
And one of these runners played that seed.
Theoretically. Yes. The seed played the runners, let's be honest.
And the shovel just led us to the Randomizer compass.
Submits are in logic different pods, so Smith chain's in logic.
Nice book.
Yeah.
Another big key, and it's pod.
That's really nice.
Okay.
It's actually really nice for... that is actually a legitimately very nice thing to find for Knucks, because he wants to go back there, and now he can potentially just full clear and not have to walk back and save himself a trip. Sky won't have to do Eastern, but Sky's going to have to go back to pod. Oh god, our big game music is the Malamar theme. Alright, well, that kid scares me. I'll take a look and see what Knucks is going to do here. So far, he's been very aggressive in full clearing and not like trying to skip over stuff. So I'll see if this is going to continue on with Feastown or not. He has Burna, so once he's out of the first phase or two of the blind, he can...
Nice map of this dungeon.
Yeah, too bad we already found the bomb shot vendor. Oh, Knucks
hasn't found it.
Yeah.
Pendant Mire, that looked like?
Yep, that's Myers of Pendant. So our last pendant is either Swamp, Ice, or Hera. I think just about everybody wants it to be Hera at this point because you can sequence break the heck out of it before and not have to worry about it. Okay, that's Arcana Burn. Wait. No,
that was a boomerang.
Yeah. Nux is going to go to swordless, small keyless Thieves Town.
Be a little careful here, down to 2. It does have blue mail at least.
Yeah.
And another Meyer Small on the purple chest.
That is Sky's first Meyer Small. He still hasn't done Ice Road Cave. But I don't think he probably feels particularly bad about not having that one. Apparently we have somebody in chat who is claiming to be Swamp Palace. I'm sorry, Swamp Palace. Tower of Hair is where all the swords are. Not Swamp Palace. You need to name change yourself on Twitch again.
Sky doing this stuff first, so we're gonna miss out on the boots at least for now.
Yeah. I mean, realistically...
Yeah, Nux gotta be careful here.
Nux gotta be careful. Sky also had to be careful. He pulled that bomb out a little too early. Is able to do the is able to get into Thieves Town with gloves. It doesn't have to worry about accidentally not being able to lift that block. It doesn't happen a ton, but it happens sometimes.
Well, the compass to Thieves Town is in Thieves Town too.
Good. Now we know that we'll be leaving a chest behind. Chad is now learning the difference between our different boomerangs, one of which is good and the other one of which is horrible. I will not make that a judgment for you. You can make that judgment for yourself, which is which. It splits it splits the nation every time.
So Nux did use a red potion before the blind fight.
Yeah. Only has half magic for Berna, so he's gonna have to be really, really careful here.
And of course it takes quite a bit of magic just to charge it up.
Yeah. Okay, he's out of phase 2, so he should have enough magic for phase 3 if he's able to just dodge it long enough.
And everything's going to do 1 heart, so...
Yeah, well, he's doing a fantastic job of dodging. Yep. And, okay, that's a really useless map. And, about 41:38 in, Nux picks up his first crystal. Yeah, so Nux does not know that is a red crystal, but he does know it is a crystal. Sky, on the other hand, is doing Thieves Town without the boots, but has a sword, so honestly, life is going to be a little easier for him.
Yeah. Hey, just a heart cleaner on a bumper ledge, not going to pick that up.
No. Is going to remember the check bonk rocks.
Let's see, what are we still missing? We're missing the hook shot and the ice rod and quake. And then for keys, we need the big keys for deserts, mire.
And I think that's realistically like it.
Yeah.
We don't need more keys to get through Swamp Palace. We logically need keys for Ice Palace and Skullwood and Hera, but we'll ignore those. And Nux is cleaning out Graveyard Ledge and is on King's Tomb to kind of clear out these Dark World checks. Still don't know what that item on the lake is. There's a mirror shield. Unfortunately, both the runners are not going to be able to get rid of that shield today. It looks like. It's not even the Snaggets will grab it from you. Yeah. Fortunately, like, Nux having the boots is nice, but not having the boots without a sword is actually really kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Because you can't really knock anything out of the way.
Right.
So you have to line yourself up even further than you'd honestly really prefer to.
I'm not sure if that bomb was intentional or not.
No. Meanwhile, Sky, there's a reason why people say Blind is a scripted fight, and Sky pretty much executed the script to perfection. So I think Nux is going to head up to Zora, and then after Zora, probably Mirror and flip down the pod, I guess, would have to assume. Actually, right now, Swamp Palace is actually kind of really scary for our runners right now, because we can do Swamp Palace, but we can't complete it. We can't get to the back without the hookshot. So we don't have, like, a ton left right now. Like, we only have, like, 3 more checks up on the mountain, and then Ice Palace, but Ice Palace is probably going to have some sort of weird hookshot logic on it.
Yeah, we don't have the hookshot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and no small keys, so Ice Palace not looking very appealing right now.
Yeah, and actually, this will actually be kind of interesting on Skyside. He's going to be going into Skullwoods with already having the book in the mirror and fire rod in hand. Nux missed missed having the book when he was here earlier, so he wasn't able to check the pedestal. Sky will probably end up checking the pedestal. Honestly, I said it before, those chest turns are really amazing. He didn't even miss the beat charging up a dash with that one. Despite literally just picking up the boots out of that chest. Yeah, Sky's gonna head for the back because he can go kill Mothula. And that's Nux's Hyrule Castle Smoky. Yeah, Nux doesn't really need maps anymore. That's actually all of our Meyer Smalls. That's all 3 of them. So theoretically, something could be sitting for us in Left Side Meyer.
Looks like this is going to be pod for Nux.
Yeah, pod Eastern completion. Honestly, had a lot more value to check elsewhere in the overworld, so not really shocked that he's coming here right now. He's going to go also check the pyramid, which is power down. This is a really easy thing to orphan. Fortunately, I only think it was a hard piece, so... Here comes Mothula. So Mothula you need 8 fire rod shots to kill Mothula. Or 7 Master Sword swings.
As long as the spikes don't get in the way.
Yeah, because SNES has some weird hit rules when it comes to like damage detection. For Link to the Past, and if you hit an enemy into a spike, sometimes the spike will override the damage, and Oscar is immune to spike damage.
Yep, and that's why in Vanilla the Gold Sword doesn't work, because spikes are the equivalent of Gold Sword.
Yeah.
So in Rando they had to change it. Alright, it's gonna burn the red potion here. Or was going to. Oh, it actually made it. Nice silvers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really smooth kill here for Darkened 5ky. Yeah. Well, I'll take a look at what's on pad. Mario is really early in Logic this seed.
Oh, it's just a bottle.
Alright, well. I don't care too much about that. I think Sick Kid only gave us, like, arrows.
Yeah.
Yes. This guy can... The nice thing about having flute boots and mitts is now, like, you can, like, easily, like, reset your Dark World position. Hasn't actually... No, he did the rest of... Did he do... I don't remember if he did the rest of the Front of Skull Woods or not. No, he did. He did.
I just missed what was in the big key chest.
I did too.
Oh, that's our last GT small. Oh, it's a blue piece, so yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hopefully it wasn't autopilot.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nux is not going to be able to get to the back of GT this trip around. Which is going to be unfortunate. Doesn't even have the key to kill Helmosaur. So, kind of like sitting down, like in Logic, what exactly do we have left? We have Meyer. All of Meyer is probably in Logic right now. Wait, no, we don't have Quake. We can probably get into... I'd have to imagine... We can probably get into Turtle Rock. And Hera Torch. Super Bunny Cave, that one chest in Hookshot Cave. And then Swamp Palace and Ice Palace are also there. Someone in chat is asking if Nux has the pod big key. He does have the pod big key. That was in Village of Outcasts.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Hit to Orphan Catfish, but at least it wasn't anything.
Yeah, that's thankfully not disqualifiable. That was not intentional. But you do have to save quite out of that spot if that happens to you. I think the only other person I've seen that happen to is Chex Human. Which is weird because Chex wasn't actually intending to do that. Yeah, Sky is not going to lose this. He also hasn't done Zora, so coming up this way is a lot of value for him, especially because he can also turn into Mushroom. So this is like a good 7-8 checks up here right now for him. And everything else for him is kind of like in a really, really bad spot. He doesn't know about the small key that's sitting on the Lake Island, but at this point, like, a single small key isn't really going to be anything important other than maybe the Thief Sound Small. Or the Desert Small. Yeah. And Knucks has taken down Harmless Knights, so we are... he is up to 2 crystals now. Still does not have the sword from the Mire area in order to be able to complete Skullwoods. But it's going to attempt to go for Ice Palace.
Using the bomb to try to get rid of the pen gators. Not cooperating exactly.
Yeah, unfortunately, pen gators are one of the few really resilient temperate sword damage. Second bottle. Alright. Where's Sky off to now? Okay, so
And the mushroom.
Yeah, so Sky opted not to do the mushroom the first time around because he's gonna go see if this is worth anything. If not, he has the option of fake powdering now. And he's gonna save himself the opportunity to fake powder. Knucks has opted to hit the switch. He has the big key. He does not actually need to hit the switch in this case, but
well, I don't have any small keys though.
You don't. No, it doesn't matter. Of course, the Thief Sound Small keys there. So if you're gonna full clear Ice Palace looking for items and you have the big to switch. You'll route yourself in a way where you're going to be able to push down this block regardless.
Yeah.
It saves a couple rooms of transitions, but yeah, here we go. Yeah. Sky is actually being really clever about this. He's gonna go water walk himself up to Hobo, and probably also check the Lake Island and see it's get mad, and then head into Ice Palace. But, unfortunately, Darkened Sky is at this point really starting to really catch back up the checks to Knucks.
We just saw the hook shot in ice. Go figure.
Yeah, no, it likes to hide there. I tell you. Ice Palace is a very weird dungeon where it likes to have the hook shot because of that one room that nobody goes to because we don't like routing that way. But it is a secretly really easy hookshot lock in the grand scheme of things. So they just love sticking the hookshot in there just so you can finish the dungeon.
Oh yeah, Nux had to hit the switch because he didn't have the big key.
Oh no, I apologize to Nux then. No, he made the right call. I thought he had picked up the big key, but I guess that was not sure.
Checkerboard Cave, he hasn't been over there yet.
Yeah, he hasn't gone down to the Mire region. Understandable.
I would just use the Bombos medallion on these if I were Sky.
Yeah.
I think it's like 4 hammer hits. Or no, two hammer hits.
Yeah, no, they die to a cold sword slash, but...
And Nux not able to use the Bombos Medallion.
Okay, Sky on the other hand does not need to hit the switch here.
But it's going to anyways.
Yeah. If you don't hit the switch, you're able to drop the block. If you hit the switch, you're going to have to drop the block. It's our last,
And Ice is our last pendant.
Sweet.
Would have been such a great pendant crystal layout if it wasn't all dungeons.
Yeah.
Oh, hook shots.
So realistically, like, right now the worst things that could be in GT are like the minor big key and a small key and a nice rod.
Quake too.
Yeah, quite could be as well.
The desert big can't be there.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to get all of our other 4 pod smalls.
Lamp also can't be in GT due to pod being a crystal.
Yeah.
Alright, moment of truth coming up on the Ice Palace big chest. No, just 20 rupees.
Yeah. So obviously, like when we get to Cold Steer here, this guy's gonna have a bit of an easier time with bombos and a sword, so he can crack the shell pretty easily and then spam fire rod shots. I apologize.
Nice powder.
Yeah. It's a check that we have not seen from Sky as of yet. So there is some potential for there, but I don't know when either of those runners are going to check powder at the moment.
Nice start getting some doubles.
Yeah. Got it. So that is our 4th dungeon clear for Darkened Sky. First of his 3 pendants. Again, this is all dungeons key sanity, so he is required to beat Ice Palace regardless. We'll actually probably be following right in his footsteps and heading for Swamp now that he has a hook shot. And probably will also be... I'll take a quick look and see... Actually, no. Interesting. I'm not sure what...
Darkseid isn't on the front of Escape.
Yeah, no, I know. This just seems interesting that he's doing this now. Unless he's gonna like try to tie this into Aga Tower somehow. But I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah. Probably just save it for the end.
Yeah.
Another pod small on left side swamp. That is our 3rd.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, like kind of the one he came to the castle very early on. It was his starting. He did an uncle opener, so he wasn't able to get to the castle sewers. Still doing this as opposed to like checking Swamp Palace, which is 100% required, is an interesting decision. Like the only thing in here that could be better for Swamp Palace is the Swamp Palace Big Key, but these settings are all inventory items obtainable, not all locations reachable, so the Swamp Palace Big Key can lock itself. Or like B and GT, there's nothing stopping it.
Right.
Yeah. Also, if he was to be doing Aga Tower, he also didn't reset his Hyrule Castle exit to be on the upper level as opposed to the main entrance. So if he was going to go do that, he'd have to dash back over to the left another time.
Anything in swamp other than the powder?
Powder 1 pot small, which...
Oh yeah, the pot small.
Sky does, Nux does need, because he has used 2 of his 2. So was not able to reach Elmosaur. And he used his second one on the Big Key chest as opposed to...
This hallway.
Hallway.
Yeah. Alright, hyper menu boss.
Yeah, no, he still doesn't.
Yeah, no sword. So he has to do menu boss.
He has the menu boss. Sky is heading for Death Mountain. This is actually... Like, I'm not sure why he's doing the mountain. This is interesting. Again, this is interesting. It's just... You have a lot of checks up here, but you also have a lot of checks, and you have checks in a place that you're 100% required to do. And really, realistically, like nothing is going to get you any more value from that dungeon than what you have now with the additional swords, so everything goes a little faster. But you do have equipment to do this, and Sky's... Well, there's a sword. Sky has shown a lot of competence with just fighter sword combat. That really shouldn't be too much of an issue. I mean, there's something to be said about looking at the medallion on TR, but...
I don't know why he was bonking there. Just bugging at it.
Yeah.
Alright, TR small number 3.
Alright. Yeah, like, you can go beat Tower of Hera after this is done, but that's out of logic. And... was there a big key or... There was a big key up here.
I think it was a big key, yeah.
So I guess that is kind of understandable. Not that I 100% am... But I understand it, but this big key probably isn't going to have a lot of value to you right now. This could be the big key to Skullwoods for all we know.
And as you were saying...
Yeah.
And there's another small on the island there.
Yeah. Because really, the only big key that we only have 2 big keys that we really... Which is my desert. And...
So that was double Quake. It's the one medallion we don't have, of course.
Yeah.
This is a much nicer Harapot setup than
Yeah, that's
the
that
previous
was
one.
yeah, that was Brett's setup.
The bread pot or whatever. Bread coon.
But I'll then pump bread in a pot. What will they think of next? So this will kind of be interesting for on Nux's side of things, because he'll be having the ALttPR before he's going back and to kill Mothula, and also have a second sword for that.
Whoa.
Oh boy. Some really nice, nice saving yourself there.
Swamp ALttPR.
Oh boy, well, we know what's not in the Swamp Palace big chest now, and that's not the Tower of Herapik. 1 hour 9 minutes in, Nux finally has obtained his first sword for the seed. We'll be able to take a look at Ether Tablet. That's a small key. The pod.
Yeah, it's our fourth.
Yeah.
Nux is not going to be able to get that, though.
No, he'll know it's there, but he won't be able to get it, fortunately. So we are going to take a look at Spike Cave now for Sky, and this is in Logic. We have half magic and both invincibility sources. I was hoping it'd be the heart base that would actually be the refill. But alas.
Alright, just probably a nice swamp.
Yeah. Swamp Bombo's tablet and maybe run back and grab the item off the lake. Kind of finish off his trip down here. Honestly, though, like, realistically, I hate to always say, like, we're starting to run out of checks, but we're starting to run out of checks again.
Yeah, well, there's Swamp Big, which would be really bad for Nux. Or it would feel bad.
Yeah, we have Swamp Big, we have Skull Big.
Skullwood's big chest.
Powder.
Can't do Mire or TR, you got Magic Bat. Yeah, thing about Nux is one, Mire's a pendant, and two, it's Quake. Oh yeah, Hera Basement's a thing too. I forgot we got the Hera Small.
Yeah, no. Dapper Worman in chat's asking, like, why isn't Nux doing to Mire shit? That's a good point. I think part of it, at least, is that at the start of the seed, Nux did Bowless Eastern Palace, and there was a bow sitting up in Paradox Cave that he could have got into completely in Logic. And so kind of might be feeling a little bit behind in routing a little bit to accommodate for that. In addition, the way Nux has routed this, like, he had a book before he had mitts, and he got into Desert Palace using the book and not with the mitts. So he's already checked Desert, and he already knows what's in Desert. So he's got a little less of an incentive to go over and check that. So, but...
Hey, Hera Basement, not the answer.
Yeah, he has 2 medallions and no sword to get into... he had 2 medallions and no sword to get into Mire, so probably was hoping to get into Mire immediately. Though we know the fact that both the medallion for it hasn't been found yet. And there unfortunately is a Sword of Mire shed. Yeah.
Swamp Big not the answer either.
No. So we're down to Skull Big, Powder. Feastown Big Chest.
Oh yeah. That's...
We don't really have anything. We have that one small key sitting on the island, but that one small key...
Oh, the Skullwood Small.
Yeah, no, that you're right. That was a Skullwood Small. So like we're kind of down to like Bombo's Tablet, Feastown Big Chest, or Skullwood's Big Chest, I think, in terms of like progression.
And we can see the full stream, so we can see Knucks webcam shook his head at that Swamp House Big Key.
Yeah, he's not happy about that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the risk of trying to clip through the block.
Yeah, that's the problem with the swag strat. And Nux is heading for Village of Outcasts. Can beat Skullwoods, can take the Skullwoods Big Chest. So, it'll be interesting to see if anything's up here. Now, things that we could do, but we haven't seen, the Pod Big Chest is available. Nobody's checked that because of where the big key was. But it's also not in logic because we don't have 6 Pod Small. And we know that none of our spots that love to lock Pod Smalls in Pod, Harmless Shellway, and the big key chest were not Pod Smalls today, so we should theoretically be seeing all 6 of them.
Skullwood's Big Chest not the answer.
Oh boy. So we're Magic Bat or Magic Bat, Feastown Big Chest, or Bombo's Tablet.
Yeah, alright, I will be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. And so on Sky side of things, we're going to see a bit of an easier time with Argus with Master Sword. Just need to do 2 slashes. Doesn't have to menu over to the hammer every time. Yes, Smith has been checked. Wasn't anything important. The only bit of switching that has not been seen is Magic Bat, specifically. Nox is taking down Mothula and got him his silver arrows. And Darkened 5ky collects his bug net, and more importantly, another crystal. So both are runners right now. Darkened 5ky has a 1 crystal lead. Both of them have the same amount of pendants, obviously. Actually, sorry, they are both tied now. At 5 and 1. Darkened 5ky has done quite a bit more overworld at this point. And Nux has now discovered that pedestal is just a bubble, so won't be worrying about that for anymore. And is dashing out of the woods. And Bombo's Tablet is Quake. Okay. Not what you wanted to see. Darkened 5ky is going to go head over for Meyer. See if you can pull the knucks, though that could be in GT for all we know, but there's a lot of items in here, and there are a lot of items in...
Alright, I'm back, and I saw Quake, but, Sky, you didn't get rid of the Murder Dactyl.
You can't. The Murder Dactyl flies. Quake is a ground attack. It's not effective. You got to at least use, like, ether on it. However, this is going to be interesting. This is actually probably going to be what's going to decide the race right now, because I have the feeling that Knucks is about to dig out checks that it's going to take a very long time for darkened5ky to get to. And if Knucks can pull out like a knucks or a turtle, an ice ride out of Thieves Town or the Magic Bat, that would go a very long way for getting him back into this race.
Okay, start with 20 rupees. Just a skull, it's small.
That's cruel. It's logically required, but it's not anything anything other than the value that Knucks was hoping to get out of that check. He's going to go do Smith Chain and find that he was unfortunately there's nothing really here unless something's on Magic Bat.
Hotkey number 5.
Yeah. That's our 4th logical one. We still don't have a lamp somehow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Desert Big.
Alright.
I was wondering if that was going to end up being vanilla.
Yeah. So we haven't seen a Desert Small yet. Again, it can't be in GT, so it's going to have to pop up soon. But yeah, right now, darkened5ky can get into GT.
Oh, hey, our first Ice Palace small.
Yeah. Nice job on the railing clip. Does not have the big key. This is an unfortunate decision to come this way.
Yeah, with all the small keys, you just open up the that locked door, and it's...
Yeah, this is...
I think he forgot.
Yeah, this was just a case of I forgot, and this is what I'm going to route it. Knucks has opted to leave the purple chest behind and is going to run this out. This is good for him because he's going to use this to get himself over to Pablo's Temple and get Quake. Which means he's going to be running over to Meyer area, getting over to the Meyer area very shortly.
Oh yeah, Knucks isn't going to be getting the Quake. Well,
okay, he'll know where Quake is. Oh god, you're right. He'll know where Quake is. He won't be able to get Quake. And then he'll go over to the Meyer area, discover the bond that
it's Quake, and then get the Master Sword.
Get the Master Sword, and then go back to get the Quake to go back into Meyer. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, just nodding at it.
Like, that's Quake.
Oh, and there's the dangers of trying to hook speed off those stairs.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna go do pod.
Yeah. And here we go. This is where Nux is going to get his Master Sword, fortunately. That magic is nice. Yeah. That's a little headshake being resigned to his fate, it looked like. Yeah, darkened5ky remembers that there's a small key on the island, has opted to go for it. Probably hoping that it's the Desert Pile small key. But it's not. It's probably the exact opposite. But can full clear pod now, and take 2 for Nux on getting Quake. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? He's gonna go make sure he, he's gonna hope that he didn't leave anything behind that swamp.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, this unfortunately for Nux is like at this point, like I think he feels like he's probably doesn't really have a shot, and he's trying to look for any sort of any sort of play that like could get him back into this race by getting him a spot that he thinks his opponent might have skipped. And unfortunately, Sky made the call to skip, to not go into Swamp Palace immediately, and it was able to come in here and Sickle Tip Swamp. So this is just going to cost him more time. Yeah. Nux is heading for Helmsor. This, of course, is technically out of logic because we don't have a lamp, but at this point I don't think anybody cares about the lamp too much anymore.
Yeah, the fire rod does make the turtle room a lot nicer.
Yeah. At this point, the lamp's probably just sitting over in like. It has to kind of be in TR at this point, I think. I think the comedy option would be that it's sitting on like Lamb Lawn. Nux is heading for Turtle Rock itself. And this is going to be a risk for Nux because he only has 3 TR smalls, so he is going to have to make a decision between Lava Chest and Laser Bridge. And there's no guarantee that the Ice Rod is in here because TR is a pendant. Welcome in, Raiders, from Zelda Speedruns 2. I'm not sure what was on BXR. What was on Zelda Speedruns 2 tonight?
NMG.
So.
Yeah, welcome to the actual randomized game.
Yeah.
And not just the vanilla presets.
I mean, you wouldn't know first. Well, I mean, you could tell because we have a teddy bear on one screen, but on the other hand, our Turtle Rock is Quake, so it doesn't really indicate a lot to us.
Okay, well, let's do 300 on Helmsor King.
Yeah. That is crystal number 6 for darkened5ky. He can go beat Landalus for crystal number 7. We'll see if he opts to go back in for the big chest.
It's like he is.
Yep. So some monks.
And just 20 rupees.
So we should be seeing our Desert Palace small key probably in TR at this point.
Yeah.
There just isn't any place else it could be. I don't think Sky won't go hunting for it right now. He's going to go up to kill Landalaz and then just push into GT itself. So we're about 90 minutes in, so realistically we're just missing the Ice Rod and the Misery Mire Big Key at this point.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
there
well,
it is.
there it is.
Yeah, it wasn't going to get much further. There are only like 3 more spots it could be in and coming up because it can't be in Lava Chest. Or at least not without another small key being accessible.
Yeah, and that fourth TR small could very well. It's probably in GT at this rate.
Yeah, and this also means that fire or lamp is either on Landless or sitting in Desert right side. In fact, considering that we only have 5 pot smaller keys, I would have to wager that this is probably going to be in the lamp right here. And that Laser Bridge has our 5th TR pot small.
No, that's just be smart. All right, time to start putting numbers in chat where you think the GT big key is going to be.
Yes, because this is for AD Key Sanity. Despite the fact that we have all big key shuffle on for every other dungeon, GT, the big key is still in GT. Yeah. But yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if Sky at this point will be heading into TR. I actually sincerely doubt it.
Nice red mail.
Yeah. I guess we got blue mail at some point. I completely missed where that was.
That was a night cave.
Ah, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, like, I've been watching both of the runners. I noticed that, I'm not sure what sprite... I know it's a Pokemon, I know it's the bear Pokemon, I know it's the unevolved form of, like, Ursaring, and I do not remember what it's called. But the Darkling sprite, unfortunately, I think only the eyes change. Teddy Ursa. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Very, very nice 7 crystal music from the Twilight Princess theme.
Yeah.
I think this is what the... I know what I associated with it. It's the raid on the deserted town, the bandits town or whatever, from Kakariko. And
I haven't played the game in so many years.
I always just remember it of the version of it that plays when you have to go save the cats.
There's our last pod small.
Yeah.
Which is lamp locked.
Yeah, but that lamp is desert right side. There's literally no other spot it can be.
Sitting in Hope Room with 20 rupees. There is no Ice Rod in TR today. Well, it could still be Lava Chest, but didn't want to spend it there.
It's gonna have to try to save the portal here, but unless the Ice Rod's over in Desert Palace, right, this isn't gonna save him time, unfortunately. We also haven't seen the Tower of Key.
Yeah, that's not in GT, and that can't be in GT.
Yeah, so I mean, the worst, I guess the worst place for the lamp would actually be the Big Chest.
Okay, nothing so far.
Oh yeah, Sky, Nux, remembering that there is a Podkion Ether Tablet, is going to go grab that now that he has Master Sword. I believe that's his 5th. Unfortunately, Nux just hasn't had really any luck today.
Must be 8 through 11.
Yeah.
Oh hey, the 4th TR Small and the Tempered Sword.
Nice.
Number 12 is the GT Big Key, but we are not done with this scene yet.
No, we still got 11 more checks in the basement, and then another 4 stairs looking for a minor Big Key.
And an Ice Rod.
And an Ice Rod. So I got 2 more items to look for. And Nux is heading for Pod. This is understandable. Hasn't gone back into Mire yet. Hasn't gone into Mire at all. So it doesn't know that the Desert Big Key's in there. Probably should know that the Desert Big Key's in there. Oh wait, no, I apologize. He never opened up the stuff to look at anything past the back, so he never looked at the 4 key lock stuff. Just the big key chest. So there is a chance in his mind that the Desert Palace Big Key's in here.
Nothing in Rando Room.
No. Well. I'm just going to point out that I think logically right now we are sitting on at least a triple dip Turtle Rock, given the key layout, the keys that we've gotten, and the items that they're locking, which I believe is completely and utterly disgusting. Especially given the fact that we had Samari on the Turtle Rock Big Key and Fire Red almost incredibly early on in the seed.
Yeah.
Because we're at least sitting on a double, because that small key on Laser Bridge for the pod is locking the 4th Turtle Rock small key that we would need for Trinix and Lava Chest.
Oh, okay, there's the Ice Rod.
There's the Ice Rod.
Alright, now do you do Tile Room?
No, you skip Tile Room.
Oh yeah, you do TR. Yeah, and then come back, and then you come back here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Alright, don't fall. Don't fall.
There's the shovel for Nux, which led to nothing. But we're not coming back up this mountain again this seed.
Yeah, falling off that would be, we'd have to reclimb.
Yeah. So realistically, like, Lava Chest or Trinix can only really have the Mire small key, the Mire Big Key.
Or upstairs in GT.
Yeah. as pointed out in chat, I do actually agree here on route this. You should be skipping these chests. You can grab everything else below this beforehand and then come back in after beating Trinex. You can even get down the lava chest without having to worry about it. Like, the only reason why I like, other than, you know, it's an hour 40 into a 80 key sanity seed is like maybe you want a lamp for the TR dark room, but Sky's execution's been very on point today. I don't think he would ever really consider that a necessity. And oops, accidentally waxed the berry when it's electric. There's the desert smoky.
Little congregation of turtles there.
Yeah.
There's 20 rupees in lava chest.
Yeah. Yeah, here comes Trinex for Nox. It's opting for bomb strats. This Helmsor's really cooperative with the bomb strats today. Yeah, no, he managed to get all five bombs down at the start. Nintendo, for whatever reason, decided that Helmsor needs to have 17 hits of the hammer, 17 hammer hits to his helmet to break it. But a bomb's only worth 4, so you have to be 5, just for 1 extra hit. Enemy cave, which I believe was just red mail. Yeah. The next is gonna head for desert and mire now. Probably I'll check desert first. At the least you can do desert. You can check right side desert, and you're not gonna waste any more time. No, he can mirror here.
Yeah, this is better. And also, not killing the Murderdactyl.
Again, you can't. They're immune to Quake. You could swing the sword on it, but fortunately, he's going to go into mire first. And also, by taking the whack from the Murderdactyl, doesn't have sword beams for mire too. one more check, and then Sky's heading to try next. And we'll finally see something new in TR. So VXR, where do you think the Mario Key is going to end up?
I think it's going to be upstairs in GT.
Yeah, I think that's likely too. It could be on Right Side Desert, just for hilarity. But unfortunately, like if it's the Right Side Desert, I don't think that's going to be. I mean, it's not really going to help Max too much, given that the Ice Shroud is behind Ice Armless. You just have to clear too much in the GT basement for him to really make up any time.
Oh yeah, Pyramid Fairy could have it too.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen Pyramid Fairy. That is true. Yeah. Just a compass.
Yeah, Ice Mouse compass.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna climb GT now.
Yeah.
And then just hope that. Well, I mean, of course, you're not gonna find the Hera Big Key in GT.
Now, Hera Big Key has to be sitting locked around the Right Side Desert at this point.
Probably in Death Nerd or something. Or Pyramid Fairy. No, not Pyramid Fairy. Can't be there.
Yeah. No, it has to be right.
Oh wait, no, it could be here. It could be Pyramid Fairy. I'm the wrong stuff.
Yeah. It has to be locked behind the Desert Palace Small Key, because that's the only thing that we have that isn't somehow feeding into our 7 crystals. That's currently available.
Gonna do Tile Room first.
Yeah. You're just doing it at this point because you just don't want to come back to them, and you're just not. Interestingly, I've only gotten one Ice Palace Small Key, which means Ice Palace is actually probably somewhere locked. Because it's incredibly likely that the other Ice Palace Small Key is locked behind its completion.
Nice gold sword.
Ah, nice. So, to reiterate, we had one sword in GT, one sword in Checkerboard Cave, one sword in, I think, Paradox, and then the other 2 swords were in GT. Nox is heading for the full clear out desert now.
What's left? Just the Mr. Big Key.
Yeah. So Desert Palace would need. Yeah. At this point, it's the Meyer Big, and there's not a lot of places where this is going to go.
Okay.
Yeah, that was going to show up. Yeah, there we go.
Also our last bottle.
It's our last bottle. Okay, so the Tower Hera Big Chest is probably our land. Wonderful. There's a non-zero chance that Nux will get it, but Sky probably will not be getting fly up the seat. That was a very nice Lamb Nolus too. We're heading through the first Lizard's room. I mean, we have Gold Sword. This really isn't a challenge. Gets the quad kill on the second Wizard's Runes, which is always really nice to do. Through the second set of moblins and now into the first room. Alright. Second set of torches. And Knucks has obtained his 7th crystal, should be heading into GT very shortly. It is still running pretty far behind at this point.
All right, one last chance in GT. It's not here.
Nope.
Pyramid Fairy or Hera Big Chest? What's
Fair
stopping Lamp from... Because Lamp, I think, could be Pyramid Fairy, or...
District Palace Big Key was right side, left side Meyer. District Palace was not locked by a Lamp in the slightest. Yeah, so Lamp could be Pyramid Fairy, Hera Big Chest. Of course, like the actual comedy option, it's actually the Meyer Big Chest somehow. I think the logic still work. The logic is still there for that to actually happen. It's 100% locked behind the Desert Palace small key. So, I expect on Sky side we're just gonna go right into Iga Tower right now. We're up here. We can use it to reset our Aga portal when we get done with the seed. Because we're gonna be beating Meyer last, so we can just save it and drop right in. So, well, time to go watch Knucks, because the only thing in this tower are 2 small keys that are vanilla.
Yep.
Nice job again with the spin speed airpod set up by Knucks.
Okay, that's not Hera Big Chest. It's completely dead.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so progression is somewhere behind Pyramid Fairy or Green Pendant now.
Oh, yeah, Green Pendant. Well, Green Pendant can't be the lamp.
It can't be the lamp, but could be the Meyer Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knucks is going to go clear out GT now and ward with an Ice Rod and unfortunately nothing else. Someone in chat is saying progression is an illusion. I doubt that. Progression happens. Like, it may take somebody almost 3 hours to get a Master Sword in a SE, but it can happen. It will happen.
And it's our first blue ball.
Yeah, I actually stopped counting. I wasn't even paying attention to how many blue balls. So that's 3 hits then. Two. So at most we're going to get 3 blue balls out of this.
That's 2.
Yeah.
3.
Yep. And it'll be lightning, and then we'll have a guaranteed shot.
Oh, Knucks failed the boomerang throws here.
Yeah. That one's always that's the trickier one to do. Yep. Alright, darkened5ky now has to go play a little bit of cleanup because, unfortunately, the key was not on any of his actual progression path.
Looks like Berry's gonna be first.
Yeah. Yep. So theoretically, one of these two chests should be only lamp or the big key, and if it's the big key, then the big chest has the lamp. Because I don't think we have anything else that we could potentially pull out of the rest of this game that would force that into logic, unless something is broken.
Uinaga first allows us to use this portal.
Yep.
Art container, and there is the big key.
Yay, okay.
1 hour, 56 minutes, and 12 seconds or so. That is go mode for Sky.
Yep.
So it looks like big chest is going to have our lamp today.
Yeah. Go mode minus lamp, yes. Knucks finally gets his ice rod. He's probably going to head right back into Turtle Rock. Yeah.
Oh, but he fell. That's quite a big time loss there.
Yeah. Let's see if Sky offs check the big chest before. No. I'm actually not sure if that would actually be a time saver. It is a couple extra seconds. But it means you're not doing Dark Monitor. Look, I know it's 100% a time loss. I can hope. But yeah, I think we between our 2 runners, we will have probably seen 215 of the 216 checks in this game. Yes. Out of Mire 1, the first Dark Mire room into the second one. It does not look like he managed to activate Spooky Action, so he's going to have to go switch the old-fashioned way. But thankfully we have Solar Arrows for Vitreous, and we're just gonna tear right through them. And at 159.28, darkened5ky has picked up his his third and final pendant for the seed, and all he has to do is save and quit and drop into Cannon.
Be a pretty quick fight here.
Yep. We're getting dash pokes on phase 2. Or probably twice as many hits in as we needed because, you know, muscle memory. Here's phase 3, where he's going to tell us that he left his arrows on a moth that we were required to kill today because he's an idiot. Cannon actually really nice, and he just gave himself up for a double, and we didn't even have to send him up for it. And all darkened5ky now has to do is just wait for that little 1x3 tile bridge to appear.
And finishing in first place with a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 9 seconds. Taking a 1-0 lead in the third place series. You wish this was a cross key seed, didn't you? That's about Knox.
There's that. I'm sorry. That broke me from yesterday. Go watch the VOD of yesterday's cross keys race. For those wondering.
All right, we are joined by Sky. Knucks will not be joining us for an interview, but GG, Sky.
Okay, thanks. There's a lot that could be said about this seed, but you know, it all funneled down into almost a last location. Not really, but might as well have been.
Yeah, that's kind of how AD keys goes.
Yeah.
You're gonna last locate something.
I think between the two of you, we actually did see like 215 out of the 216 locations in this randomizer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, like Knucks just he made the early decision to go dip Eastern Palace with the big key and without a bow, and like kind of a lot of his routing after that kind of spiraled from I think finding that bow up in Paradox Cave and then just trying to like create divergence, I guess.
Yeah, I thought about when I died not going back to Paradox Cave. Pretty glad that I did, because kind of just tied everything in.
Yeah, like he did a lot of the Western Dark World without going into pod, so he didn't have like Mitsu or Shovel the first time through. And yeah, so like you were able to kind of just like march your way up. You had a sword before he did for a very long time. Unfortunately, he only had a fighter sword when he checked Pompo's tablet, because he had never gone over to the Maya region. So, you know, just lots of just a lot of little things that just kind of added up over the course of the seed. He did go back and like check almost every other big chest, and I think the only thing that we found of note was I think the Thieves' Town big chest had the last Skullets key. But
And Knucks decided to forfeit at the tavern.
yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Gotta have your drink after that one.
Yeah. Nice lamp location in the seat, by the way.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that on the delay, where it pretty much had to be in the Meyer big chest.
Yeah, well, it was kind of the only spot left. Because because you couldn't get into GT without it, and the only spot before GT is still available somehow.
Pretty mean spot for it.
194 collection rates.
Gotta love AD keys.
Yeah.
Had a couple of hiccups in the seed, but I think my favorite one was when I accidentally ran into that Popo and clipped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
The timing could not have been better.
Yeah, just before you're starting to head for Zora, and then you're like, oh no. And yeah, you had to save and quit because I don't know if there's a good. I mean, you could probably get yourself back in bounds, but honestly, it'd probably take you just as much time.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have tried a little bit. I don't know if I was too far like away from the ledge to get out. But I opted to just save and quit just to be safe.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, there's not much to say. I love the fact that we had mentioned it on the restream that you guys had both Bombos and Ether pretty early, and yet somehow Quake was both of your medallions for getting into TR, and Meyer, and you just could not find that for the longest time.
Yeah, it's always how it goes in these seeds. As soon as you get 2 medallions, you know it's going to be the third one.
Malmo in chat is asking if we're preparing for the HMG tournament.
Mamo knows I'm preparing. I do indeed plan on that after this. I actually don't play a lot of glitch or non-glitch modes outside of tournaments. I mostly just play glitch modes these days.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't really have anything else to say.
Yeah.
I think we covered pretty much everything there was to cover.
Yeah, we full cleared the seed.
Yeah. Very, very nice chest turns, by the way.
Thank you.
I did appreciate the one where you got the boots and then immediately dashed out from the chest turn.
That one was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Spleeby and I used to have chest turn wars. He's probably better at it than I am now, for sure. But back in the old entrance randomizer fork, there used to be a chest turn counter, and so we would have like mini competitions in our multi-worlds. But yeah, thanks for putting on the restream and for all the last-minute comm gathering. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to make tonight after I called a match last night with Crosskeys and knucks, and that was a fun match. This one was almost as great, to be quite honest.
Pretty fun. Hopefully it was a good show.
I'll make sure to give both of our runners a follow. Thank you to my co-commentator Toffile, and to our tracker Talatak. I don't think we have anything on the schedule tomorrow. The game 2 of this series is, I believe, 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday.
That's correct.
Yeah, all right. And then still waiting on the finals to continue, but those will show up on the schedule probably within the next couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.